Hey, it's Kyle at Mountain View Carpet Care. I just thought I would make a video for people who were thinking about getting into the carpet cleaning business, starting their own thing. I've been doing this since 2007. Um, there's a few things worth going over. The first one is definitely your budget. It's going to be really hard to get something off the ground for under 20,000 or so. If you can find a decent van, a decent truck mount, something with at least like a 4 Series blower, you can get started with the equipment. But really, the hard part comes in with marketing. It's something I've had people actually ask me that are I've ran into in classes and things like that, and they're like, "Hey, I'm just getting started." I mean, what you run into usually with your competitors is they are going to have a lot of the local business accounts. They are going to have a lot of the internet ranking, and it's up to you to figure out how to beat that. So you need to learn how, well, you should anyway, if you're trying to shoestring budget this, learn how to code your own websites, learn how to do your own SEO, learn how to do, all that kind of thing. And you can save yourself money, because if you're hiring out everything for your business, especially in the beginning, you're going to burn through a lot of money. And if you're not working a ton, well, outgoing expenses overwhelm incoming revenue, and there you are, you're a statistic. So the more you can do on your own, the better. The other one is don't fall for everything the carpet stores sell you. Like, if you go into John Don, or name your store. It's nothing specific to them, but you ask them, hey, what should I use? What should I clean with? They're going to try to sell you the whole store. You need this. You're going to hear stuff like, this product makes water wetter. Okay. They have decent advice, and sometimes those things work. But if you look at companies that are really successful, like Stanley Steamer, they have one spotter, one detergent, and a really 1, 2, 3 process. Now you can do a little better than that on your own, because they have to make everything work for employees they just get, and it's kind of like McDonald's. You have a process. So if you're an owner operator, you can do a little bit better than that. You can have something that works for people who have allergies. You can have something that works for that carpet that looks like someone drove a car across it. The other one is setting realistic expectations. There's nothing worse than getting to a house and you look at the carpet and you just know it's done for, and someone's looking at you like, "Hey, can you clean that?" "No, I can't. Sorry." It's not worth the money. It's really not, because if they have one expectation and you can't deliver that, you're better off just telling them no. Seriously, you are. It's not worth the money. It's not worth the trouble. You don't want bad reviews. You don't want people who are going to, be thinking differently of you. You can give them a realistic explanation, like, hey, if I clean this, I can improve it. Here's how it'll go. Here's what you're going to likely get. Definitely do that, but don't mislead your customers. Another one is don't undercharge. People when they start, a lot of times they're like, hey, I can go do this house for really, a lot less than the competition. You can, but you know what? Your body's going to pay for it. You can only do so many of these jobs per day and only so many jobs per week, or you're going to wind up with health problems. Your shoulders, your back, your arms, they can only take so much of this. So people are paying you for wear and tear on your body. So, keep that in mind. If you look at, again, the big guys like Stanley Steamer and whatnot, just roughly estimating, you need to be somewhere around 175 an hour. I mean, it depends on that part of the country you're in, but to cover expenses, to cover marketing, to cover blah blah blah, it's somewhere in that neighborhood. Not exact. You'll have to get a feel for what you can charge in your neighborhood, but you don't want to be the cheap guy. You don't want to be the guy in the 5 cent dollar saver. Which leads into another thing. When you're cleaning, the cleaning solutions that you can use that are full of alcohols and butyls and things like that, they aren't good for your lungs. They aren't good for your sinuses. You're honestly better off in the long term if you wear a respirator when you're cleaning with that stuff. What happens is they'll inflame your sinuses, they'll inflame your lungs. It's just the cleaning products, and as the weeks and the days go by and everything like that, you will develop sinusitis most likely, or you're going to notice reduced athletic performance. It kills the air quality of the house. And not only that, but it's something to consider talking to with the customer, because if they're sensitive to smells, if they're sensitive to cleaning products, getting yourself on a green cleaning type solution. I have my own that I don't even really talk about too much. I have a proprietary product that I personally invented that works really well. And it's really safe, and it's really green, and it's great. You have to come up with stuff on your own. But that is kind of the way that you want to go. And if a carpet's in really good shape, there's nothing wrong with cleaning it with just steaming water. You don't even need to put detergent in it, because the detergent's going to attract residue. You're not going to rinse it all out unless you two-step it, where you can do it one of two ways. You can either heavily pre-spray it, let it dwell, and then extract everything with water and go over it a couple, that way. Or if you need the heat, you have to run the detergent through the machine, clean it once, and then go back over it with just water and rinse that out. If you don't, and you leave all the soap behind, you're going to get crispy carpet. So that factors in. If you have to clean a carpet twice, you can't charge, $200 to clean a whole house and stay in business very long. You're going to be there a while. So anyways, I just thought I'd throw that out there. I know there's forums like Truck Mount Forum and things like that people go to when they're new. And, just be aware, everyone's going to try to sell you something. If someone calls you on the phone trying to sell you something, hang up on them. Or you can screw with them if you want. I mean, it's up to you. But no one calls you trying to sell you anything that's in your interest. They are looking to take money away from you. Don't ever forget that. So anyways, keep learning. It's not the worst business in the world, but you want to make sure that you create some kind of a moat. And by that I mean, when you get a good business client, you want to do a great job for them. You want to keep up with things. You want to stay in touch with them, even if it's a Christmas card, every 6 months follow up or whatever, because those jobs that pay, $600, $700, $800, $900 a day, you can do, if you get a few of those a week, you can make a decent living, a really decent living. So that's what it's really all about. You don't want to be doing $99 apartments your whole life. I get that, when you're starting, that's a reasonable idea, but as you move on, as you get bigger, work to establish relationships with established businesses, hiring clientele, nice homes, things like that, where you can remember the people when you go over there. You know what they want to use. Try to get again, back to the detergent talk, try to get away from, butyl-based, alcohol-based cleaners as much as you can. They will kill your sinuses. I mean, if you go to a carpet cleaning class sometime and look and see if there's any old-timers that are there taking it for whatever reason, and listen to how they talk. Do they sound really stuffy? Yeah, that's right. That's why. So anyways, I just thought I'd make that. It's 8 minutes of fame right there. Take it in, see what you think. And, you got to keep at it, because I started, like I said, in 2007. I have seen countless people come and go in my own city over the years. They start, they'll get a business going, and then they go out of business. Or they'll start, they'll get a business going, and then they kind of drop off. So if you want to actually make a living out of this, you need to develop a business plan and stick to it. Build those reoccurring clients, and that's that. I'll probably do another one of these, every few months. If people have questions, I can go over stuff, but it's just something I thought I'd do to help out.